How are you? How are you doing? Oh, okay. What are you doing? Salama. Okay. How are you doing? Well done. Good.
Hey, go there. You told them not to come. Yes. We can try. We can try and work on something. Within an hour, we should be done. Yeah. Everything is there. I think it's just.
You're holding hosting. Keep us posted when you think we can help. Yeah? I am. So now I have to invite you to tea so that I have peace. And otherwise, there's not going to be peace. I'll be in trouble. You can take care, my friend. All right. Hi, how are you?
Lord Jungle.
Ah, yes. Sawa. Kwa heri mami. Nimemwona. Right. Fantastic.
That's right.
Absolutely. Wonderful. God bless you, man. Asante sana. Asante. I'll be in touch. All right. Kwa heri. Asante sana. Asante, asante. Then sings my soul. Okay. Okay, Fred. So you call me when you finish with the meeting?
And after we finish this evening, I'll call you that you kind of put up on that. I've got to end
Kwa Ngaiseri. Okay. Let me know. Anyway, but after you finish your meeting, you'll call me. Yeah.
Not once. And we hired across the board, we had many discussions. Your Excellency, not once did Magoha entertain a discussion about people's backgrounds, about people's ethnicity, about people's regions. Magoha was driven by only one consideration: delivery and excellence in getting the work done. His disdain for politics was not concealed, and his impatience for mediocrity was real. He had no time for pettiness and small talk, and small things around town. He was always driven for results. He said, what does number one want? That's what we do. And this is the way we go. For all of us who worked with Professor Magoha in cabinet, and for me and my colleagues in the education sector in the last 5 or 6 years, we'll be everlastingly grateful to God for the life of this, our wonderful brother. And if there is anything we can do in this world as a tribute to Professor Magoha, in our small way, wherever life takes us, wherever life finds us, we just try to emulate that thing. Honest, sincere delivery of service to the people, period. Nothing else matters. And because of that, a lot of work was done in our country. Your Excellency, there are many things to say. There's problems that you demanded solved and how you wanted. For example, a reorganization of the CQI program by the World Bank. We would never actually have discovered the challenges with that program if Magoha had not served as the Minister of Education. The program was going to be held hostage by certain officials of the ministry, and the government and the people of Kenya were going to lose if Magoha had not been minister in that. And when you insisted that you wanted to see for yourself the data and the facts and everything and how they were done, Magoha delivered. There wasn't a day that you gave assignments and you said things be done in a particular way that Magoha was saying or even grumbling. The other thing I never heard from Magoha for all the time that I worked with him, I never heard Magoha once whine and moan and grumble and complain about systems and people and what have you. He moved in one direction. When Professor Magoha stepped in the room, you knew a leader had arrived. When there was an argument, you predicted Professor Magoha's side even before the argument began. The side would be where the facts are, where the truth is. That is Magoha's side, no matter what. So, honestly, this erudite scholar, very solid academic of unparalleled credentials. There are many people in this world who claim academic credentials. Magoha didn't have to lecture anybody about them. He lived them and you saw them. Since he passed away, I've been called by so many people, colleagues we worked with in the education sector from across the region, because people know how useful Magoha was, for example, to the Inter-University Council of East Africa, to the university standards and the university commissioning credentials across this particular region. Some of our countries in the region could not actually approve their medical schools without Professor Magoha looking at their curriculum. That's how solid and important he was amongst us. I hope that in celebrating him, we emulate those good things he did.